Hey, it's JC here at JC's Comics and More, your pop culture superstore at 6725 West Central Avenue. That is Toledo, Ohio, 436-17-419-531-6097. This to me, as always, is Chuck. And then, of course, on the Steadicam, which sometimes I forget to mention, but I certainly do appreciate it, is Joel. So I'm always appreciate Joel help me with the Steadicam. Thanks a lot, Joel. Thanks for thinking of me when you bought that. I appreciate it. And here we go. My last box. Let's see what's in this box. This is some good titles. So let's see what's in here. Let's just jump right to it here. I see Doctor Strange, I see Guardians, I see Thanos, I see Black Widow, and I see the cover A's on Teen Titans. Okay. Here's the cover A's on that. I just bought one copy of cover B. I think this is a much better cover on that. So we've got a Secret Agent Deadpool. First time that this has been in print. Something that was online. I just bought 2 copies of that. So if you're a Deadpool fan, make sure you get in here. Otherwise, I can reorder it for you, but I won't have it for you when you come in at that time. Jim Henson's Beneath the Dark Crystal. Make sure that gets set aside for a customer. Here we've got Wildstorm. Make sure this gets set aside for a customer. I thought for sure I ordered 2 of these. Let me check my invoice real quick, just to double check. And Wildstorm. Nope, there's 2 different covers, so the other cover I'll be getting. And both those covers are set aside, by the way. Cover B on Exorcisters. And cover A on James Bond. Make sure that cover gets set aside for one of my poll customers. Here's a cover F. We have seen all the way up to cover G's. Got Damage. Looking forward to reading this. Damage got sent to Monster Island, or whatever DC calls their Monster Island. So get to see what kind of shenanigans he has to deal with. Oh, look at this right here. He's doing damage. Got Fing Fang Foom is fighting him, going after him. I see we have Doomsday Clock. Showing one of the covers, Doomsday Clock. I wish it would get here. It's running very late. Gary Frank, dude, you used to be able to do comics on a regular monthly basis. You know Jack Kirby, John Romita, John Buscema, Sal Buscema, John Byrne, Steve Ditko, you know, Kurt Swan, you know, all these guys, Dick Dillon. Those guys could all do multiple monthly comics. Multiple monthly comics. You're trying to tell me you're better than they are? Your stuff's good, dude. But you're no Steve Ditko. You're no Jack Kirby. You're no John Buscema. Get your books out, dude. Sit at your table and put in an honest hour, 8 hours work every day, dude. Get this book done. It's ridiculous it's running so late. Ridiculous. He went from being a monthly to a bi-monthly. He can't even keep a bi-monthly. That's ridiculous. If it wasn't for the fact that it's so damn good, people would have dropped it by now. This is Zodiac cover B. And from Dynamite, we've got Crackdown. I mean, hell, even Todd McFarlane was able to do books twice a month. StarCraft Soldiers, issue number 2. If this copy does not sell, this will be the last time I'm getting a copy of this. Monstrous, number 20. I'm done ordering 1 copy because people have dropped it. So I drop it too. Terminator, Sector War. This is cover A on this. And one of those copies gets set aside for one of my customers. We've got Relay from Aftershock. Make sure one of those copies gets set aside for a customer. We've got Nightwing. This is cover A. And he's got the Joker's daughter, and she wants to put her slimy face skin all over him. Who wants that? Sign me up for some of that. Rainbow Bright. Hey, Mr. Calvin, I've got this book here waiting for you. I know you're waiting on it. I'll make sure I set this aside for you. He's going to be so giddy when he sees that book. Cover A of Bitterroot. I think I've got one more cover left on that. Here's the, speaking of cover A's, here's the cover A of Price of Vengeance, aka Code Case Files, the last Code Case Files from, this is Batman 65. Flash 65 will be the last part of this. If you've not been picking this up, this is really, really, really good. Really, really, really good. It's stuff like this that's making me forget about how long it's taken Doomsday Clock to be out here. Again, we've got more copies of this Batman. Batman number 65. Flash has had enough of Batman's lies, because Batman lies all the time. Batman is not a good role model for kids. Got some more of the Flash 63 or 64 variant covers, so we're happy to put those out. So we've got Turok, Son of Stone. So they don't call him Son of Stone, but this is cover A of issue 2. Got Turok and Andar fighting honkers. So we've got Guardians number 2. Again, Black Widow. We've got, man, what else do I see? I see Naomi. I think Bendis is writing Naomi. Okay, Guardians number 2. Donny Coates, Jeff Shaw. This first issue is really good. We'll see how the second issue is. See if issue 2 is just as good as issue 1. Here we got a Skrulls cover on Hawk Marines by Dale Keown. It'd be nice if Dale could actually do something on a regular basis once again. His artwork was always a pleasant surprise. Punchline being set aside for a customer. And here's the other copy of Wildstorm. So set aside for a customer as well. It's got Grumble. I'm sure this is probably a $30 book on eBay already. Go check it out. I've got just one copy. So if you want it, you better be in the morning. Here, like I said, I've got Naomi number 2. Hopefully this sells a little bit better than number 1. I was very disappointed by how poorly the first issue sold. Seems to have been a lot of resistance on that first issue, which is too bad. People need to try to give good books a try. Cover B of Jughead, The Hunger. And speaking of cover B's, cover B of Terminator Sector War. Let's see, we've got the Captain Marvel, because they're doing Captain Marvel month. Carol Danvers. A special variant covers this month. So that's on Avengers number 15. So we've got Judge Dredd. This is cover B on Judge Dredd, because he is the law. Cover D of Mars Attacks. And here's the cover B on Nightwing. Jim Henson's Beneath the Dark Crystal number 7. We got a copy of that that's going out, so hopefully be somebody happy with that. Old Man Quill number 2. We'll see how that is. First issue wasn't that bad. Can't say I can't really understand why they're doing it other than just a money grab. Because their Star-Lord comics never sold that well. If they sold well, there would be a Star-Lord comic being produced on a regular basis. There's not. That he's a good secondary character, or somebody that, much like Hawkeye, who's a third-tier character. So we got GoBots. This is cover B on GoBots. We got cover A's. Got another Mars Attacks, cover C. Here's my Avengers number 15, the regular covers. At the War of the Vampires. I see they've got a word balloon on this cover, which is cool. Buy this comic or we'll kill this Avenger. Don't tempt me. The 1 in 10 incentive cover on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Urban Legends. Okay. Black Widow number 2. Make sure a couple of those copies get set aside for a couple of my pulls. Here's cover A on Judge Dredd. Here we go. Here's the David Mack cover. Cover B on Bitterroot. And here's the cover A on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I guess this is going to be somewhat of a hot book. Supposedly, this has stuff that's going to tie in to the end game TV or the end game movie. So I bought a few extra copies, so we'll certainly see. Again, here we have cover B of Mars Attacks. Okay, this is cover A of Catwoman. I thought this one was, no, this is, so there was an art germ, but this is a Tony Daniel. This is the cover B on that. So next month, it's going to have an art germ cover. So we'll have a lot of those coming in. But unfortunately, art germ did not do the variant cover on Catwoman. But he did the Wonder Woman that I believe that came out last week, and he's doing Supergirl, and he's doing several other ones as well. Here we've got 7 to Eternity, issue number 13 from Image. We've got the Return of Wolverine, issue number 5, finally. At the end of this miniseries, maybe it'll give us some sort of clues to his hot claws, his heated claws, as far as what's causing those or what his deal is. But going to have happy Wolverine fans nonetheless. Just about done with this box. We've got Turok cover B, and again, as I mentioned before, this 50th anniversary should go right there. You should not be afraid of your anniversary, Dynamite. It's like you're embarrassed. You're embarrassed that you're printing comic books. Cover A of GoBots. We've got Lone Ranger, issue number 5. Logo should be at the top. You can pull this image down. You can put that there. Again, put that 50th anniversary right there. Make sure copies are set aside for a couple of my pull customers. We've got East and West, number 41. Again, same problem. Logo should be at the top there. Inclusion. Or no, this is Inclusion. It's Incursion. Incursion, number 1 from Valiant. Here we got Middle West. I need to reorder copy that for somebody. Black Badge, number 7. That's set aside for a poll customer. Zodiac number E, set aside for a poll customer. See, we got Aquaman number 45. This is the cover A. Even kings bow to gods. I really like this new storyline. So we got Star Wars Adventures cover B. 18 number cover B right there. Got 7 to Eternity. This is cover A. The previous one was cover B. Mars Attacks. Cover A. We got Doctor Strange over here. I see Amazing Spider-Man. I see more Sharkies. Got Doctor Strange number 11 because somebody controls magic. I'm not buying it. Sorry. And look, I've got more Guardians of the Galaxy number 2s. Weren't these in my previous box, I think? Huh. Or maybe they were in this box. But again, another example of comics not being where they're supposed to be. The Witcher. Make sure a copy of this gets set aside for one of my customers. He's always afraid he's not going to have his comics here. It's like, don't worry. Don't worry, you'll have your comics. Let's see, we've got another copy of Breakneck. This is cover A. Again, I've got to check to see who gets what covers on those. Here's another copy of Incursion, cover A. Here we have reprints Uncanny X-Men 164. I said somebody asked about this comic just the other day, where Carol Danvers becomes binary. Dave Cockrum artwork, a great story. There she is. They're fighting the Brood. Chris Claremont. I think Bob Wyacek. Great stuff. Man, so cool. Makes me want to go back and reread those issues now. Got Zodiac. This is cover D. I do have one extra copy. I think I know of somebody that might want a copy. This kind of looks like Brian Pulido's Purgatory from Chaos Comics. Cover C of James Bond. I thought this was the Amazing Spider-Man because of the lettering. I got fooled. It's the Amazing Nightcrawler. This is cover A on the Amazing Nightcrawler. Got tricked. Let's see, we have Sharky, cover D. So I'm not sure if we have all covers A through G yet. I haven't been keeping track. But this is cover A of Exorcisters. And we've got the cover A of Venom. There's the regular cover A of Venom. I got a whole slew more of those because I had to jump through hoops to get the Dave Gibbons Watchmen cover of Venom. And again, to get that Watchmen cover at cover price, you need to buy a copy of this at cover price also, because otherwise it's $6.99 for the Dave Gibbons cover. Cover A of Barbarella Digithoris. You got the Unsellable Wasp. I think this is the last issue of this. This was supposed to be a new ongoing series. I think there's one more issue left to go. It sold very poorly. Thus, me calling it the Unsellable Wasp. Anyone doesn't like it, go look up the circulation numbers. Tell me it sold well. This is cover D of James Bond. So we have the cover A's of High Level from Vertigo. And finally, let's see. We got cover A of Zodiac. And this is the cover C of X-Men War, and then finally the second cover of Wolverine, Return of Wolverine number 5 by Andy Kubert. Again, absolute no reason why you couldn't have had the logo at the top there, people. But other than that, if you do like these videos, be sure to subscribe, and when you do subscribe, be sure to smash that bell for notifications. And as always with these True Believers, I forgot to mention, they are $1 each. It's a true bargain. Great bargain. And again, this book here, great artwork by the late Dave Cockrum. If you've never read the Uncanny X-Men issues that Dave Cockrum, of course, Dave Cockrum started writing or started penciling Uncanny X-Men with Giant Size 1. Then John Byrne took over, and then Dave took back over again. Go read these things. Go buy the trade. Go buy the original issues, but read these things. They are great. But other than that, thanks for watching. Have a great afternoon, and have a great New Comics Wednesday.